G'day everyone, and welcome to another episode of Diary of a Crypto Noob. I'm really hope that you're enjoying my videos. I'm Sister Goldhair and I'm so happy to see you guys here. And I'm really just jumping on, freestyling it a little bit. I don't really have anything in particular I want to talk to you about, except for how good has this pump that's just happened been. It's been amazing, and still there's Dogecoin that's going up, and yeah, it's been really great. When I originally decided that I wanted to put money into cryptocurrency, it was mainly because I own this beautiful house behind me, and I love it so much, but it needs a little bit of TLC, actually. A bit of TLC, but it's still in such a state that I can happily live in it, and just to have a bit of money up my sleeve. I've had a bit of a journey of shitty relationships and bad choices on my behalf. All of it's been bad choices on my behalf. I can tell you the other things, that the choices that I made were, the wrong person to be with, or the wrong friends, or the wrong staff. Like I've had a business in the past, and I've hired some great staff, and I've had some good times, and obviously I wouldn't have been in a shitty relationship if it hadn't had some good times as well, and that's probably part of the reason why I went into these relationships, because there was good times. But I got to a point, I've always loved real estate, and I always wanted to own my own home, and I did own a place with my ex-husband. I have been married before. But I got a choice out of, the house or the business. And unfortunately, when you go through a divorce, it's pretty heavy shit, If it's not smooth sailing, it's going to be rough. And even probably in a good breakup, it's still a bit rough. There's things that aren't agreed upon or are agreed upon, but you find out afterwards they're not all that it was cracked up to be. My dad's always been a big, he invests money into the stock market, and he's always been a bit money savvy, and so it was him. He sort of helped me along, like get this house and that sort of thing, after having to declare bankrupt, and just in and out of bad relationships. And part of the reason why I went bankrupt was also being in a shitty relationship, and my bad choice again. But where I am right now, leading, going through all that stuff and leading to this here, has made me a much stronger, much better person. And even to just my recent breakup, which was like, police were involved. It was mayhem. And it was just not a good situation at all. But you know what? I would probably be in that shitty relationship right now if I hadn't invested money in crypto a year ago. Like, I just wouldn't be able to afford to have left that shit behind. That, you know, and it was people like the YouTube influencers that helped me get to that stage as well. Like, I can't sort of do it all, you know, take all the credit. I mean, I can, but it has to go. I do have to say I had some really good influences through watching like YouTube videos and even doing that diploma in cryptocurrency did help, you know, to a degree. But I put $100 into Bitcoin back in May last year. That's $100 Australian AUD, which is about $77 US. And I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. So I downloaded this app onto my phone and I was like, yep, logged in and create an account with them and put my $100 in, bought some Bitcoin, and it went $15 fee. Thank you very much. I thought, oh, wow, that's okay. If that's what it is, that's what it is, I guess, you know. And it was fairly quickly that I made that money back as well. So, you know, it went up to 115. Again, Australian money. I talk in Australian money because I'm an Australian. And it was, I thought, oh, this is great. And I think to myself, wow, that was pretty easy, really. That was easy to put. I've made myself $15. Woohoo! Like, I know there's people out there that have got millions in their crypto who are probably cacking themselves at the moment at me because they're like, we've got millions. You're excited about $15. You know, that's what it comes to. You know, I was excited. Look, I had money in my account, but to actually grow something that you didn't have to physically go into a place of employment to make was exciting to me, you know, even if it was just $15. So I put the $15 in and I watched it go up, and I knew that I had to talk to, I had to help people. It just made, right, I need to help others make, does anyone else know about this shit? Like, seriously? $15. Anyway, so I've then tried to talked my sister into it. I say, you know, $15, you know. And she's like, I'm like, that's more than 10%. It hasn't been that long. Anyway, she was like, oh, really? Oh, you know. And we tried to log her into this same one and she was having trouble. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to start doing a bit of research on what, you know, because this is all in the app that I had was all in American dollars. So it wasn't showing me what I truly had because I'm not in America. Like, you know, I want to know what I can spend, you know, or what I've made, or, you know, so, and I was sick and tired of going back and forth from the fiat currency exchange to, you know, on Google to see exactly how much I had from day to day. So it wasn't just going up and down in Bitcoin. It could have been going up and down with the American currency as well. So I ended up finding an Australian exchange. Now, an exchange which I'll talk about more in the letter E, is what you'll need to look into first before you even own Bitcoin. So I ended up finding an Australian one, CoinSpot. And all you Aussies, I can leave a link down below on the CoinSpot link, and you can go into it and have a look if you're in Australia. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I thought, I'll open one with this, So I put $100 into that one, and it took out 10 cents, and I'm like, I've been rorted. $15 or 10 cents. Like, I could have made so much more money. And so leads me to explain, do your research on the fees on the exchanges you use, because they can differ so much. And when you're excited about $15, like earning $15, it is a big thing. If you're really new to the space like I was, every little bit helps. So if you're going to spend $15 on fees, like, now it's got to work harder to get that back and make you money, whereas 10 cents was just like, drop in the ocean, like, for $100. So I've then sent my sister the link and gone, look, join CoinSpot. It is. And she jumped on there and said, oh, yep. She was finding it hard to actually get them to accept her registration on the other one. So that's when I went for this one. And when I found that out, I was yeah. So I then started seeing all these other coins and because the one that I downloaded had like 4 currencies on it, and that's it. Like, I didn't realize that there was more than 4 currencies at this stage, And so I've then taught myself how to send to the new one, and I haven't used the old one since. And once you've used your CoinSpot, CoinJar, Binance, Kraken, there's so many, that's just some Australian and American sites. I think that there's plenty. There's heaps of them out there. I recommend just sometimes even looking up, cryptocurrency exchanges and look through. But remember what I talked about in scams, so make sure that you don't fall for one of those. Do some research, look up whatever exchange it is and reviews and see what it says about that. So yeah, anyway, I've gone and I've done this, and I've put the money in, and it started to grow, and the more it grew, the more excited and animated I became about being in this space. I had to know more. I had to, I had to find out more. I had to join Telegram, groups, and I had to watch YouTube videos, and I still every single day watch YouTube videos. I'm a junkie when it comes to it, I also I did the course, I looked into the course, I Googled stuff. I've been told that when I'm interested in something, I will research it like researching the back end of a duck, the ins and outs of a duck's backside. So, not that you really want to know about the ins and outs of a duck's backside. Trust me, I own plenty of them. So, yeah, my money was growing, and my hopes of just having a bit of money, I need a new fence, I need my floors done, I need a new kitchen. I like every single room except for one that I've actually done up, which was the bathroom first, is done. So I'm really early in my renovation dreams, and I want to paint the outside of the house. I've got ideas of having a mini rainforest in my backyard, that you can walk through, that's tranquil and just peaceful and a real zen place. Like, that's my dream. I don't want to be in a high rise or something like that. I live in a small country town. There's only 10,000 of us here. And, so I bought this house. It was built in 1893. So it's old. It's old, man. But it's mine. And as the year progressed, my relationship got with my ex, it got really bad to the point where, I couldn't talk to him. I broke my ankle in August. In the midst of COVID, I broke my ankle in August, and I'm still, I still get pain in it and everything. So not only did we have COVID lockdowns and stuff, even here in a place with 10,000 people, which we only had one COVID case, but we still were on standby to lockdown, and it still may or may not happen. I was at work, and I rolled my ankle and ended up breaking it. So I ended up in a moon boot, which then during that time, my partner also quit his job and sat on the couch for the rest of the time. So I was working with a broken ankle, coming home and cooking dinner and cleaning the house, and with no help at all. So you can understand why I left him, But I kept putting a little bit of money into the cryptocurrency, and just fingers crossed that I could actually grow it to the point where I could really just piss him off. Where I didn't have to worry that, financially I wouldn't be able to continue living in my house. And things got so bad that I told him sooner rather than later to go. But it's because of crypto that I was able to make these changes in my life for the better. And that is just one story of of my story of how crypto has helped me. I'm not anywhere near a millionaire, you know. I wish, but I'm not there yet. But who knows? I'm skeptical because I haven't been in the space. I don't know really what to expect from here moving forward. But I do actually. I've got this hope and this excitement in myself that goes, but it's going to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen. You know, I'm going to have the money to do this house up, and I'm going to have the money to, you know, pay it off or you know, make my, you know, do some landscaping and have this house just so good for me, and because I deserve it. And you all out there deserve good things too. You know, everyone out there deserves good things. And I just think that financial, and this is not financial advice at all. This is just me explaining to you what cryptocurrency means to me and what cryptocurrency has done for me, because they are the same answer. You know, it means freedom. It means being able to unstick myself. It sounds a bit rude, but I unstuck myself, all right? And I managed to get myself to a place where I feel relief. Like, you know, I went to jump in my car the other week, and one of the lights was coming on my dash, and I was like, oh, that's strange, you know, and I looked it up and it said, oh, your brake fluid's a bit low, and I went, oh, okay, better get that stuff. Car works really good with that, apparently. Well, it stops really good with that. And I put it in there and I pumped it, and then I got out and I looked, and there's a puddle underneath, and one of my brake lines had been busted or something. Something's happened to my brake line and it's leaking all over the ground. I rang up the mechanic, and all I could think of is, I've got this. I've got this. This is no worries. I've got this. You know, I don't have money to renovate my house, but I've got money to just pull me through some of those, you know. On the same weekend, my dog decided that she was not going to be well. I had to do a vet visit pretty much, like, you know, the next day after the brakes were fixed. And I thought to myself, I've got this. I've got it. It didn't stress me out at all. I knew she wasn't dying, you know. I just knew that she wasn't happy. She gorged herself on bones and raw bones, beef bones, and yeah, it bounded her up a bit. So we had to give her some laxatives for a bit for the exit plan, basically. So it's given me peace of mind, freedom, peace of mind, and also just my own, you know, my own self back again. I feel like I've been able to reclaim myself even. That's what cryptocurrency has done for me. It's done so much for me, and I know people out there that could get so much out of it too. and be able to reclaim their lives back, or at least their finances, or breathe easy a bit, or it's I don't expect to be a bazillionaire, but it'd be nice. And I also feel that my expectations are probably lower than what the actual truth is or is going to be. So that is, I guess, a bit of my story on what crypto means to me, and how I feel that why I'm doing this, why I'm doing these videos, because it's done so much for me, and I want to add to the space. I want to, I want to thank all those YouTube influencers that have helped me in my journey, who have educated me in my journey. And I feel that this is the way that I can give back, is by doing YouTube videos. And I think deep down you'll probably find that there's a lot of them out there who probably feel the same, like other YouTubers that are doing this for the similar sort of reasons, because they know what it's like to go from A to B and do it the hard way. And then when they find this, the relief of trying to get to B is just taken, it's taken off you. It's having that support system, financial support that, okay, you might want to, I mean, really, the money that I've got in there is almost a year's wage. Almost a year's wage. I could just take a year off and that'd be all right too, I could still cover my wages and still live and breathe and pay for things. I thought I'd probably I'd like a pay rise, thanks. Wouldn't we all? So I guess I'm hoping that I help you so much in your journey, and that it gives you what it's given me so far. Because I can tell you what, there's so much more in store for it, and the life change, I haven't made life-changing money, but I have made life-changing money, if that makes sense. It's life-changing money is a lot more than this, but I've been able to start changing my life because of it. So on that note, I want to thank you all for listening to me ramble for 28 minutes, 29 minutes, and I really hope you have an amazing night, day, wherever you are. And please like, subscribe, bell button. I'd love to hear your comments. And I just hope that you're enjoying this journey as much as I am. Okay. Love to you all. Bye-bye.